Hi, happy Friday. Today is October 9th, and let's get started with our daily packet. So daily packet, we are on our last page today. So our last page of our daily packet, and we'll be finished with the entire one. If you get a chance after you finish this today, I would go through every page and make sure that you didn't accidentally skip a page or a little section. Just go in and fill in any blanks. Fix and write each sentence. The child cried at night. We need to fix here punctuation first, capital E for the. Child, we're going to write it without that extra E. Cried is I-E instead of Y. And then night is G-H-I-G-H-T at the end. And we need a period. This is a bright sky. So we need to capitalize this. Is a bright will be I-G-H. Oops, I forgot the R. Bright, so B-R-I-G-H-T. Sky will just be Y. Add your punctuation. For math, we have 18 take away 3. If we go 8 take away 3 is 5, and that 1 just comes down. 7 take away 4 is 3. 15 take away 7 is 8. 20 take away 3. So we can think of 17. 7 makes 10. So we can say 17. 13 minus 2 is 11. And 18, if you take the 8 away, will make 10. The last piece is our numbers here. So we have 360. So that means we have 3 hundreds. There was no tens. Oh, yeah, sorry, other way. 6 tens because it's 60. 6 tens and no ones. So 0 for the ones. In expanded form, it would look like 300 plus 60. So 360 all smushed together. 128. That's 100. 20 for tens. Oops. 2 for that goes over here. 2 for tens. 8 for ones. So 100 plus 20 plus 8. So 1, 2, 8 smushed together. So that is our daily packet, Unit 2, Week 3, Day 5. And again, just go through, flip through, make sure all of your blanks are completed. That way, when we turn this in, it's all ready to go. So that's our daily packet. Today for benchmark, you'll want to go in and complete your test online. And we talked about this together, that for your test today, you have a special, or 2 special different kinds of questions where you have the stories of, oh, let me grab my little note here. Oh, sorry. You have the stories of the shepherdess and Reed. So one of the dots has, I don't remember what order, but you'll see. Shepherdess, one of them has Reed, and one of them is for both. So then you're gonna bubble in, they're gonna have little sentences like, did this happen in shepherdess, Reed, or both? And you're gonna bubble like shepherdess. Did this happen in shepherdess, Reed, or both? Oh, this one happened in both stories. So it's a question that has, I think it was like 5 different sentences, and you're gonna bubble whether it happened in shepherdess, in Reed, or in both stories. The very last question, which is question number 28, on number 28, that question, it's going to ask you, out of these stories, the shepherdess and Reed, which of these 2 stories do you like better and why? So it says write it as a letter. So you're going to start like a letter to a friend. So maybe dear friend, or you can write the name of your actual friend. I like whatever you like better because blank, and maybe you write a reason. Also, so you need to have at least 2 reasons in your answer. So dear friend, I like this story better, and you need to tell me 2 reasons why you like that story better. That's your Unit 2, Week 3 test. This week is the long test, so take your time. You don't have any, a lot of extra things going on for homework today, so you should have a good amount of time to take it slow and do your very best. Your test, so that's today, and then also your online games completed by Friday. Practice your math facts today. So math facts either on Extra Math, which is your Apps and Clever, or you can practice flashcards if you have any math flashcards, or you can use your little green sleeve to practice. So practice those math facts in some way on Friday today. Don't forget to practice Espanol. We're reviewing lessons 1, 2, and 3. And then lastly, we're going to end with this, our benchmark activity of the day. So our benchmark activity for today is reading Why Sun and Moon Live in the Sky. So we're going to read this story, and then we're going to answer the question of how is this story similar or different to other folk tales and fairy tales from this unit. So let's read it first, and then we'll think about how it's similar or different. Once upon a time, Sun had a home on Earth. Moon was his wife. They had a good life by the edge of the sea. Each day, Sun brightly woke up and took a stroll near the shore. At night, Moon sat under a palm tree and counted seashells. One day, Sea came to Sun and Moon with a seaweed pie. Sun and Moon were glad to have welcomed Sea, who was usually very shy. "This is so kind," said Sun as Sea gave him the pie. "Please come in," cried Moon. Sea came in, and with Sea came many fish. Not a dry spot could be found on Sun and Moon's floor. Sun and Moon began to climb on top of a tall shelf. More of Sea came in, and with Sea came pearls, squid, and crabs. Sun and Moon needed a place that was high. They went up on the roof. Then Sea came in with whales. There was no place for Sun and Moon to go except up. Sun and Moon rose high into the sky. So this story is a fun story, kind of it's not really how it happened, but just kind of a fun story to think about why Sun and Moon are up in the sky and Sea is down in the bottom. So how is it similar or different to other stories? So I think it's similar in the way that there's a lot of like fiction, not true things that not only fiction where here's a story about a little boy and a little girl that went to the park, but things that are maybe not so realistic, not very realistic. Maybe different. It's different because it does talk about real things, kind of real things in non-realistic ways. It's different because it's let's see, how is it also different? Maybe, let me kind of go back to the story. Like Billy Goat's Gruff were kind of the main stories in our things. We had the Cinderella stories also. So the goat stories and then the Cinderella stories, where it's a lot shorter, and it didn't really have like a happily ever after, or it's just kind of more of an explanation kind of story, rather than, I don't know, like first then last, they lived happily ever after. It's just like the Sea came in and they went up. And I'm sure you can think of many other ways of how the stories are similar, or this story is similar to other stories in our booklet, or how they're different. And please, write those down if you can think of them. Well, have a wonderful weekend. Happy Friday, and I'll see you next week.